Greetings, humans! I am Flergo, and this is Dread Delusion. Yippee! Let's go to bed. Just for a quick nap. And then we actually might make it daytime, just so when we go to Ferropolis, everything's open. And now, I think we'll quickly go get our charm spell from Hello Town. Hopefully there is a Union outpost in Ferropolis, but I have a feeling there might not be. So we're just gonna grab it just in case. Hello guys, how are you doing? I'm your best boy. Oh, I've just realized something. The game is very loud right now. Can I Alt-Tab? Okay, turn that down to 30. That's better. Are we back? Yep, all good. Alrighty, grab that. Yeah, I've got my desktop audio set to 30 when I play games. I usually have it set to 50 when I'm watching like YouTube or movies. Right, I think that should be better. Might actually, should I turn up the, oops. Turn up the OBS audio? I think it's fine. Okay, Clockwork Kingdom now. Very good. I can't remember whether last night when I played it, whether I had the Ferropolis Morozov's Tower. Huh. Yeah, I'm not sure whether last night when I was playing, whether I had the desktop audio set to 50 or not. Perhaps I did. You know, just in case, I'm just gonna just set that back to 6.9 on OBS. Okay. Let's get back to it. Oops. Saving. Alrighty. We're free to go through. Now, let's explore the city. This place looks a fair bit bigger than Hallowshire. I think it does, anyway. It looks like there's a lot more stuff going on, anyway. Alright, this is the weapon store, I suppose. Well, let's go see the weapons. What weapons have we got for sale here? Hello? We've got the refinery or whatever. Hello, matey. They sniff the air. You have the stink of the countryside about you. If I'm any judge. Dangerous place. Well, citizen, you've come to the right shop. Name's Jack Zamir. I sell things that kill. Very good. I'll buy some stuff. They tap a large ledger on their counter. What do you need it for? I have to keep records, see, in case the king comes knocking. Oh yeah, they're not really big on weapons here, are they? I'm a guard for one of those big roaming workshops. I'm a farmer. Murder, manslaughter, you know, crimes in general. I'm a guard for one of those big roaming workshops. Yeah, I guess kind of. I'm a farmer, I need it for my protection. Let's just say that. They scribble in their ledger. Had a good few of you lot in here over the years. Not all of them come back. King bless and protect you, eh? Now I just need your name, occupation, and place of residence. You invent some plausible fake details. Something tells you it would be unwise to tell the truth. Jacques Samir sniffs the air deeply. Aha, the farmer. You ain't dead, so I guess I didn't sell you a duff weapon. What can I do for you? Alright, let's see what's for sale. Great sword. Oh. Weightless glove. A glove imbued with a gravity-defying gem that helps negate fatigue during combat. The damage penalty from attacking with low stamina is less severe when worn. That doesn't seem that great. Ammunition? That's good. Xanthosic bomb. Enhanced further through the mysteries of alchemy, and yellow powder in this flask will explode with considerable force. Okay. It's explosive and shurikens. Stuff I can sell. I think I'm kind of just hoarding all this stuff until my charm skill is very high. I mean, steel sword's probably fine. We probably don't really need a great sword since we're using the bow mostly. So yeah, thanks for your business. Are there any questions I can ask? Buy some weaponry. Oh, we have to go through this again. Okay, why do you keep all those records? Its Majesty understands that folk need protection sometimes, but with the saboteur creeping about, we can't be too careful. He could be secretly buying up weapons and building his own army, or smuggling them out to the Apostatic Union for coin. Truth be told, if the saboteur needs weapons, I'm sure he can get them elsewhere. Still, rules are rules. I'm glad I ain't having supply problems like poor old Corshire the Clothier. For whatever reason, the king's churning out more weapons than we know what to do with. What else can I do you for? You ever see a former Darkstar mercenary around here? They raise their eyebrows at you, then consult their ledger. Setting Sun Company, Clockwork Lancers. Did not say Dirkstar? No, I remember him. He's a Wainwright, not a sellsword. Sorry, if any Darkstar ever bought weapons here, they used a false identity. Hard to believe anyone would do something like that, I know. Maybe try Vidal, the Vision Trader. He fought in the God War as lad. And of all the merchants in town, it's him who deals most often with outsiders. What else can I do you for? Nothing else for now. Goodbye. I'm just gonna drink of water. My lips are a bit dry. I think I will turn the OBS audio down. It's a little bit loud. Yesterday, when the recording came out, how's 7.8? See how that is. It's like about 1 decibel less. See how that goes. Okay. Doopy doopy doo. Hello, sir. What are those little cards they have? Probably just like a badge of office type thing, or whatever. Wow, he's really tall. Hello. The guard is shouting with frenetic energy at anyone passing by. Move along, stop your gawping. Whatever's above you is not your concern. Huh? Oh, that thing? What is that supposed to be? Is that like a gun turret or something? Very interesting. Let's go up here. This looks like the Clothier? Oh, look at that. You got all your armor about? Very cool. And potion making. These guys have chests. Ooh. Hello. The shopkeeper appears very anxious and harried by many problems. No, and for the 6th time, we do not yet have any sky blubber coats in stock. I have petitioned, I am petitioning, I will petition. They look at you properly for the first time. Oh, King's mercy. Forgive the impromptu grammar lesson, citizen. I mistook you for a regular. Everything's in such a whirl today. I am Quarshire, clothier and armourer to the citizens of Ferropolis. Right now, I have more orders than I can fill, but if you want something that's not out of stock... why is there so much demand? A natural consequence of this accursed winter. Even the animals need fur coats. There doesn't seem to be enough fuel, and I've heard of people freezing to death in their houses. But, well, just look at what the king sends me. They run various beautiful garments through their hands, fine diaphanous robes and lacy blouses, silk scarves and thin cotton pantaloons, perfect summer wear. Alright. Maybe I could go skin some furry animals for you? Are you joking? All the animals here are earmarked for agriculture and under the king's protection, and imports require a royal permit. Either way, if you dumped a pile of pelts on my counter, I'd have to call the militia. Is there anything else you need? Only I have a lot to get done today. You ever seen a former Darkstar mercenary around here? Darkstars? Good heavens, no. I've served barely any mercenary since the border closed. Half my takings used to come from exports. Our weapons and equipment make the unions look primitive, or so I'm told. Of course, that's probably why the union became so belligerent. Couldn't have their own merchants being put out of business, could they? Its Majesty had no choice but to retaliate in kind. Perhaps you should speak to Baba Xenia at the Squeaky Wheel. She gets all sorts of coming through that tea house. Is there anything else you need? Only I have a lot to get done today. What do you got for sale? Scruffy attire. Clockwork furnishings. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we shouldn't be upgrading our house at all. Because we want to decide what kind of furnishings we're going to have. Any property usually costs a small fee. 93, yeah. Oh, this is stuff I can sell. We're kind of just hoarding all of this stuff until we're like fully leveled, I think. Or until we really need it. What's through here? Nothing. Nothing, it seems. Nope. Alright. Thank you, whatever your name was. Head on down here. Guess we'll continue onwards. What's this thing over here? Hello. Oi, no cutting in line. I was here first. Doesn't look like you were. Hello. I heard the saboteur submits hundreds of petitions every day, all in different names, telling the king to make more bootlaces or wind-up dolls or matching sets of teacups. That's why the summons are always such shite. They say the saboteur's got an old dungeon full of bonsai gods scribbling away at it, chained and bound since they was only godlets. Interesting theory, anyway. Hello. These summoning glitches have me at my wit's end. I've been the first one here every morning for 2 weeks running, even when it snows and there's still no bread. What's the king playing at? They shake their head. I'd love to give that bastard who maintains these a piece of my mind. What exactly is this machine? You're not from here, are you? This is a royal summoning station. It's how we common folk get most of our food and goods. Only I don't remember the last time I got what I asked for. What's the source of these glitches? Damned if I know. Guild says it's the saboteur making trouble. Last week I tried asking for a baguette, in case it made a difference. No chance. I got some kind of flute, made of actual jade. My neighbour says it's a clarinet. A jade clarinet sounds quite valuable. Aye? To who? Listen, pal, nobody around here is buying luxuries right now. Makes no difference if you're a clarinet player or a bloody privy cleaner. Food and fuel are what matters, and there ain't enough of either. I try to make the best of it, but if the guild catches you selling summoned goods, they flog you in the street. What do they expect us to do? I hope you're looking for us. I'll buy the clarinet from you. They snort, clearly skeptical. Very kind, but I already sold it for pennies. Makes a nice toy for my mate's daughter, at least. Alright, I hope your luck improves. I wonder if I can use this thing. No? I'm not allowed to use it? Oh well. I'm probably not, non-citizens probably aren't allowed to use them. I'm just going to turn off the preview window, OBS. There we go. Alright, this must be the inn? The squeaky wheel, perhaps? Is this a squeaky wheel? Or is this just a place to stay? What's through here? Yeah, this looks like an inn. Oh, she looks kind of cool. She looks like she's got some kind of gun in her back. Let's talk to the innkeep first. Hello. This stout woman has maternal air and a voice full of pebbles. A hand-rolled cigarette droops from her mouth. King's favour, pet. Welcome to the Squeaky Wheel Tea House. What can old Baba Xenia do for ye? Can I ask you some questions? Xenia blows a plume of smoke. Not from around here, are ye, pet? Don't fret. Nearly everyone in the kingdom came here from somewhere else. What's new in the Clockwork Kingdom? Snow, mostly. The king, blessed be its name, controls our seasons, see? Used to give us nice long springs and summers, but this winter was scheduled to end months ago, and it's havoc on our farmers. I'm sure its majesty must have some plan in mind, though. And don't believe what you hear about the stockpiles running dry. Guild says it's just a rumour spread by the saboteur, meant to make us all panic. Some folk think we should reopen the Hallowshire border, but I don't know. The Apathetic Union's got it in for us. If you ask me, it's no coincidence they started making trouble right after we arrived. Aye, we don't get too many outsiders these days. Xenia draws on her cigarette. Damn, I really wish I could get the options, because the ambient sounds in the background are way too loud. I gotta turn that down. You said lots of people used to come here. So this island wasn't always a part of the Oneric Isles? Oh no, pet. Jeez, I wish you would stop calling me that. We sailed here 10 or 15 years ago now, seek and trade with Hallowshire. That was grand, till the Union started moving more troops into Hallershire too. Xenia checks no one is eavesdropping, then casually leans closer. When I was a lass, we called this island Cardova. A muddy wee Wiccan fiefdom it was, bound to an old mother god whose name, she glances around, is no important. Wasn't all bad, mind. I remember Ma taking me to a Wiccan wise woman when I got pregnant and didn't want it. But that fickle old god asked a heavy price to see us through each winter. Good riddance, I say. Or says I. I'm gonna get another drink of water. Man, my mouth is really dry tonight. You said lots of people used to come here. Why? Oh, they flocked from all over to help us build the king. Slev, Lundel, Bayonne, Vina, even Puria, or further. Lots of them fought for the Union in the God War, but didn't like where it was heading. Now, old school Cardovans like myself are almost a minority. Not that I'm complaining, mind. We get the brightest brains in all the Sky Realms hobnobbing in here. That la-di-da erudite academy's got nothing on the squeaky wheel. Alright, let's discuss something else. More questions, pet? Let's be off. I'm just gonna turn down the options. What was it? Effects volume? There we go. We can always turn them back up later, but right now we're just gonna keep them a little bit quieter. Alright, hello. Oh, where did all the other options go? Let's just quickly go through these again. Oh, there they are. What's new in the Clockwork Kingdom? What can I do in Ferropolis? This city's nearly as tall as it is wide. The higher ye go, the richer it gets, see? Some say it's dangerous below in the conduits, but that's shite. Good bargains down there if you can where to look. If you keen where to look? I don't know. Those big metal kiosks you'll see folk queuing for are royal summoning stations. That's how we townsfolk get our daily bread, straight from the king. May its gears turn evermore. Alright. What is this place called the Squeaky Wheel, anyway? The Machinist Guild has a saying, the squeaky wheel gets the grease. To me it means good things to go to who... Fucking hell. The squeaky wheel gets the grease. To me it means good things go to whoever asks loudest, not always who needs them most. Me late wife saw it differently. She said it was a motto. If you want good things, you've got to make noise. Xenia shrugs. We never did settle that argument. Smoke billows from Xenia's nose. More questions, pet? Is it just me, or are a lot of people here having memory problems? I haven't noticed that, but I guess I can ask. Xenia's expression of genial indifference suddenly seems fixed in place. She busies herself cleaning a glass with expert nonchalance. Are they now? Can't say I'd noticed. Maybe that's me own memory going funny, eh? Let's charm her. Xenia, I already know something weird is happening. It's obvious you know something too. Xenia blinks, then checks for eavesdroppers, and leans in close. Aye, maybe. Maybe folk are a bit absent-minded lately. Can you blame 'em? Tough times like these will do that to a mind. Thing is, it's getting worse. I tried to keep a diary what I'd forgotten, but it just made me feel pure bonkers. It must be the corruption, worming into our heads, twisting things. How do you even talk about something like that? How do you know something's wrong when you can't remember how it was before? Those folk who do try to discuss it tend to get extra forgetful soon after. She sighs. Listen, pet. Maybe don't stay in this land any longer than you need to, eh? I'm sure there's folks back home who'll be missing ya. Smoke billows from Xenia's nose. More questions? Tell me about bottled visions. Yeah, I've already tried one of them. They're very strange. The kingdom's premier export, so I'm told. A real dream or fantasy, tapped and corked and for the buyer's pleasure. But if that's your tipple, you'd best find a licensed vision trader. You sense disapproval in Xenia's voice. Not that I'm judging, mind. It's perfectly legal here, and I know why it's so popular. Just not old Babazinia's personal cup of tea. Besides, I can't be arsed with the extra permits. Smoke billows from her nose. La-di-da-di-da. Know anything about Darkstar mercenaries? Oh, aye, it's been all over the dispatch. That Raj lady captain, Velma, was it? Viola? It's making all kinds of trouble for the Union. Good for her, I say. Mind, if you're looking for Darkstar's sorts around here, I'll have to disappoint you. Although there was that adventurer fellow who went over to their side 10 or 15 years ago now. Frost, that was it. Caxton Frost. Used to be a hero of the kingdom. In the end, his own crewmates chibbed him dead in some kind of mutiny. Made the front page of that week's dispatch. A lot of folk thought he got what he deserved. Do you think he deserved it? She puffs on her cigarette. I think it's a shame. Shame such a talented fella felt he'd be better off with a bunch of Skyfaring reprobates than here in the kingdom. Still, play stupid games and you'll get stupid prizes. Any more questions? Must be off. Something to drink, please. Would you now? Mind if you want alcohol? It might be costlier than you're used to. The king's is no too fond of it, so most people just take tea or bottled visions instead. Now, if you're selling, I can give you a good price. Oh, okay. 22. Clockwork tea, 8. Okay. Magic wine, and okay. Alright, let's go talk to the folks back here. You look like an interesting character. Hello there. The other patrons are giving this woman a wide berth, as if she carries a contagious disease. What are you staring at? Waiting to see if I grow an extra head? Is the tea here really that bad? She laughs, then doubles over as it comes a heavy cough. Almost, but this stuff tastes like heaven after seeing what I've seen. What have you seen? She coughs again and drinks deeply from her mug. Name's Doyle. I'm a royal cleanup worker. You know, fighting the corruption. A hero of the kingdom, they call me. More medals than you have had hot dinners. And what's my reward? Children hide or stare at me wherever I go. Shopkeepers wipe down every surface I touch. When I'm done here, the landlady will bury my mug, so that I don't contaminate any other patrons. She glares up at you. So what? Your friends dare you to talk to me? Come to stammer some shite about how grateful you are for my service? Or are you just tired of being human? I'm not afraid. I was just curious. She laughs again. Not afraid of the corruption, huh? Well, take my advice. You should be. 2 more weeks of leave, then I'm back to the corrupted land. Damn the king, but it's never enough. Is that all? No offense, but I might be dead soon, and I don't want to spend my last hours with you. Actually, I'd like to ask you some questions. Doyle snorts. And I'd like a ride out here in a magical car, but so what? How worried should I really be about sitting with you? How would someone get into the corrupted lands? She sets down her mug with a clunk and gazes at you. Are you taking the piss? Is that what you came to my table for? Think it's all a lark, do you? One big adventure? Not at all. I may need to go there, and I take your expertise very seriously. She narrows her eyes. Yeah? Well, damn right. Officially, the corrupted lands are strictly forbidden. Unofficially, we couldn't give a boiling piss about stopping suicidal tourists. Most folk don't make it across the ravine southeast of here, but I've seen an old abandoned digging engine still lying around. If you had a machinist insignia, or a good head for tinkering, I reckon you could make your own bridge. Huh. Of course, you could always sign up for a life of excitement with us, she grins. Now scram, will you? Or else I'll start wishing I was back in the corrupted lands already. Did I really hear you curse the king earlier? She gives you a hollow smile. Let them execute me. From where I sit, that looks like a promotion. You'd be surprised what I can get away with, newbie. Not many folk can do my job. I'll bear that in mind. Questions? How worried should I be about sitting with you? We have procedures. 1 week's quarantine before re-entering Ferropolis. 3 rounds of purifying rituals, all our clothes incinerated each month. But this is corruption we're talking about. It never stays still. So I guess it depends how much you trust in the wisdom of the Machinists Guild. Now scram, will ya? Okay. Never mind. Tell me about yourself. Oh, this is just repeats. Alright. Alright, see you later. Well, she's an interesting character. Let's get another drink of water. Okay, who are these people? Hello. 3 patrons huddle around the table, nursing hot mugs and discussing a news sheet with hushed voices. Absolute bollocks. My cousin in Yangst, her daughter saw a corrupt one in the forest just last week. It's spreading, bloody everywhere. They notice you listening. Oh, King's Grace, my dear. Isn't it nice to be safe and warm in Ferropolis, where the guild can look after us? No doubt the corruption will be cleaned up soon. Same dialogue all around? Yeah. Wait, was it? Yes, okay. Anything upstairs? Any more people up here? There are a few. Hello there. Did you hear about the famine over in Hallowshire? They say the Inquisition's sitting on a great stockpile of food, but hanging anyone who talks about it. Knew it were trouble when the Union moved in over there. Bloody knew it. Where did you hear that rumour? They look proud. I read about it in the Royal Dispatch. Aye, I bloody well read it. Only learned my letters a few years ago, mind. My son still helps me with the technical words. Oh, okay. Actually, I've recently been to Hallowshire. You do look the travelling type. Maybe you can confirm the news then. I didn't hear anything about a stockpile. They nod sagely. I'll bet. Not worth anyone's neck to tell you, eh? That's the trouble with hanging folks. Sooner or later, you can't tell what anyone really thinks. I must be off then. Okay. I wonder if that's real or not. Ooh, it's a board game. Hello, guys. The machinist is leaning back in their seat, drumming their fingers on the teacup with an amused expression. My opponent's knowledge of this game is undoubtedly superior. There's no move I can possibly make that they will not anticipate. However, I know something my opponent does not. I'm cheating. Hello. The machinist's face betrays no emotion as they study the board intensely. My opponent knows I have pondered every strategy ever played by man or god. What they don't know is that my tea is dosed with an amnesia potion of my own recipe. They are wholly unprepared to face a lunatic. Wow. Both very crazy strategies. Oh, there's a piano, organ looking thing. Hello there. So I heard this story, right? A man and a woman, lovers they were, like 2 seeds in a pod. You couldn't pry 'em apart with a crowbar. Lived in Ferropolis, though I can't say where they are now. Well, one night these 2 had an awful fight and went back to their own families for a while. Both of them prayed to the king to make them forget the other. And you know what? The king answered. What did the king do? Granted their prayers, didn't it? The next morning, they both woke up with no memory of ever meeting, and they went on like this for years, searching for someone new, never quite finding the right one. Then one day, they met again, in this very tea house, and even though they didn't recognize each other, they were drawn together irresistibly. So how did it end? They got married and had 18 kids, or so I heard. Their love was so strong that not even the king could keep them apart. They both got their memories back eventually, and swore never to make the same mistake again. Huh. Alright. Can the king actually do that? They glanced to each side, as if someone was watching them. It's only a story, mate. Alright. Hello. You heard Dimitri's story? He's full of shit. If my husband forgot who I was, you wouldn't catch me dead reminding him. I wonder what if these 2 are the ones. If they're the 2 people from the story. Alright, what's in here? Oh, this is barred from the other side. I think that's where you sleep. Won't be going in there, I guess. Alright, let's go explore the rest of the town. Doopy doopy doo. Yeah, I really wish those clang, cling, clang sounds in the background weren't so loud. Because the actual sound effects aren't too loud. Like when I opened that door, it was pretty quiet. Anyway, what's this thing? Just some decor? What have we got here? We've got a big old board. The surface of the notice board is entirely lost beneath layer upon layer of paper, while half-melted candles shelter at its foot. A sign at the top reads, "Missing persons." Okay. Read the notices. One notice in particular catches your eye. It looks relatively new and is written in a spidery hand. Dear child, I don't know why I'm writing this. I don't know why I'm writing this. I don't know who you are. I don't even remember your name. I just know there is a hole in my life and nothing fills it. If you are real, please come home. I want to feel right again. Oleg Igorovich. Something tugs at you about this strange notice. Maybe you should offer your help. The notice gives directions to a house on the northeast islet of Ferropolis, accessed via the city's rear gate. Alright. Read another notice. This notice is written on the back of a royal petition slip, seemingly by several different hands. Missing 2 months. Edith, 71, retired plumber. Last seen visiting Quarshire the Clothier. Dark hair plus light brown skin. Foul of mouth and smokes like a chimney. Argues bitterly on any point at which he takes offence, and cannot by any means be reasoned with or pacified. V. Much missed by her 3 children, 14 grandchildren, 6 great-grandchildren, and 7 mama birds. Please send word of any sighting to Chartrice, CO, Amrit, Quell, 14, Rampart Square, Ferropolis, Clockwork Kingdom. Another notice? Was evidently printed on a wood block, printed by wood block, suggesting it is one of multiple identical copies. Attention all true patriots. A memorial will be held on month 3, day 32, hour 17, for the lost citizens of Progress, marking the 5th anniversary of its downfall, in Unison Park, Ferropolis. The Citizens Disaster Memorial Committee will continue to petition our gracious King for answers as to the fate of our loved ones, and or else for those still listed as missing to be declared dead and given fit honours. Another notice? Messy hand, blotched with tea stains and burn marks. What happened to us, B? I see you every day, yet each time you treat me like a stranger. Your family act like they never met me. You taught me everything I know. A lot of these people can't write very well. I guess that's just a part of this kingdom. The literacy, or I don't know, writing, the spelling isn't very good. Did you truly forget that night you saved my life on the roof of the squeaky wheel? Or are you only pretending? Is this my fault? Did I do you wrong? Any more notices? This notice is fresh, written in neat block capitals. Does anyone remember Vidal the Vision Trader having an assistant? Young man, short, trying and failing to grow beard, courteous to a fault. Often retrieved items from high shelves and called his master Governor. Several persons recall this man, but not his name. Anyone with information is kindly requested to tear off a slip and write or call upon us at your own convenience. More notices? Old and faded, half hidden under several newer ones. I think one reason why I might be having trouble with reading in this game is I think the font. It's a really nice font. I do like it, but I think I'm so used to just reading like really clear fonts, I guess, like Arial, Calibri, like what do you call those? They're like fonts without kerning? Is kerning when like fonts have like those little, you know, extra details that you would see in like a book, like a Times New Roman type font. But yeah, anyway. Now let's get another drink of water. I wake up and heat a pot of water and my friend is gone. I queue for the summoning station and my friend is gone. I do the puzzle in the Royal Dispatch and my friend is gone. I look after my cousins' bands and laugh at their silly games and my friend is gone. I check on my downstairs neighbor's silkworms while he's away on rotation and my friend is still gone. Please be alive. Please be safe. I am so fucking lost. Alright, that's all the notices. Wow. That's very depressing, all those notices. Everyone's losing their memory. Hello. Word to the wise, pal. Once you walk away from this board, forget everything you saw. The militia seem to be under orders to let people read freely, but they sure don't like us asking questions about it. What is this board? You really are news here, huh? Oh, you really are new here, huh? This is the missing persons notice board. As you can see, there's no shortage of notices. A lot of people go missing in this kingdom. People and other things. Honestly, if you're not staying long, maybe you shouldn't read it at all. What you don't know can't hurt you, right? I should be going. Hey ladies, hello. This woman is scanning the notice board, murmuring under her breath as she reads. Doyle, Aziz, little girl, old woman, Chen, Krupke. No, no, no. Ugh, nothing. Again. 5 bloody months. Hello. The woman is comforting her companion in a low, soft voice. There now, don't give up. You never know if someone might spot him. Why don't I take you down to the wheel and we'll check again next week? Who's this guy? This guy looks like he might be a beggar. Hello. Penny for a song, friend? I know all the royal anthems and the God War battle hymns and the old Cardovian lays and more besides. 5 coin a pop, no fairer price. Let's have something. That's 1, 2, 3. That's only 15 gold. Alright, let's do a royal anthem first. They sing an official song of the Clockwork Kingdom, stirring and pious. Though it must be impressive with an orchestra behind it, somehow their crackled voice cuts to your heart. The royal anthem tells of the fucking hell, why can't I read? The royal anthem tells of the long night of humanity, a despair that covered the world, but it vows this is not all there is. Today, yes, the sacrifice. Today the struggle and toil. Old ways, old thoughts must be washed away. Everyone must pull together. Yet nigh is the dawn when the world shall bloom and mortals be delivered from want. You want to believe it, and you almost do. Whew, wasn't sure I'd hit that note at the end there. Another song, friend? 5 coin a pop, no fairer price. Let's hear something from the God War. They sing a song of proud apostasy. Apostasy? Set to a brisk beat. It's bold and cocky and funny and rude, meant to make you ready to march up to a nightmare the size of a mountain and spit in its face, ready to die. Here and there you can sense that it used to be a Wiccan hymn, or maybe a ballad about some divine champion. Shorn of their gods in free fall through history, the apostates had to make up new myths and heroes as they went along. Whew, wasn't sure I'd hit the note, blah blah blah. Alright, old Cardova tune please. They sing a weird and ancient song, earthy and caked with blood. It tells of a plucky and cunning mortal who tries to swindle a god, and is full of unfamiliar musical motifs and references to vanished customs. In the end, the mortal is caught and transformed into a silk slug. He is punished for imagining that he could ever be more than he was. This is how things are, and they cannot be otherwise. No future, forever. Ooh, okay. Thanks for the songs, guy. Hopefully you can go buy some food with that money. Hello there. Have we met before? I'm sorry, what a mad question. It's just, I'm sure I know your face from somewhere. I don't think so. Where should we go now? I think we're going to go to... I think we're going to stay on this floor. This floor before going down. Let's go across to here. What's across here? There's a Clockwork Kingdom banner. What's all this stuff about, huh? Any things hiding around here? Oh, there's this. Give that a whack. Ka-ching! Can you go in these buildings at all? Don't think so. This one, maybe? Oopsie daisies. Hello, hello, what's in here? Law skill not high enough? Damn it. Well, that was pointless, wasn't it? Ooh. You were confronted by a middle-aged man with piercing eyes and a bushy, well-kept salt and pepper beard. Halt, in the name of the king. Traveller, you are hereby detained in the name of His Majesty the Clockwork King. Please don't do yourself a mischief by resisting. What? But I haven't done anything. What? Why? I am Sunil, the King's Speaker, first among equals of the Machinist Guild. In its ever-advancing wisdom, Its Majesty has requested your presence in the audience chamber at the Machinarium. This is not optional. Ah yes, of course. I have important information for Its Majesty. For its ears only. Convey me thither, my good man. Sunil studies you like a pinned butterfly. You can almost see cogs turning in his mind as he weighs his skepticism against the cost of potential disloyalty. I see. Well then, citizen, follow me to the Machinarium. Whoa. Alright, that's crazy. Is this the Clockwork King? Whoa, okay, I guess it is. Its Majesty, the King. As you approach the vast machine, a sense of uncanny pressure pervades your body, as if you're pushing up against an invisible wall that grows stronger with every step. Is it sorcery, or only your fear? Your soul knows that the king is bigger than this interface. Your soul knows that the king is bigger than this interface, bigger than the room, bigger than the machinarium, bigger than the sky. You feel minuscule in its presence, and somehow fictional, as if all your memories were merely this thing's daydreams. The noise of the wheels and pistons fuse into an abysmal roar. Your skin fizzes, your sense of balance swirls. You taste metal, then burnt nuts, then somehow magenta? The colour? Or is magenta a flower? Is the colour named after something? I don't know. A delicate metal arm shivers into life and begins to write. Invocation afoot, please abide. Invoking. Rejoice and exult. The invocation is cast. All hail its majesty, Machinus Rex, the Clockwork King. Now summoning canon, blah 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 blah. Royal audience, human, ignorant. Alas, cannot invoke hex. Rune. It's just a bunch of random gibberish, like coding stuff. Record a fault. Oh, okay. That's okay. Interesting. The flood of symbols fills the parchment several times over until finally the quill stops. What? Augury. Subject indicates confusion. 62% confidence. Conjuring alternate exegesis. Fetching true name. Judgment. Thou art subject number MCDX blah blah blah. Affirm? I'm not one of your subjects, I'm from outside. Alas, cannot summon codex, outside. All trespassers in the most glorious Clockwork Kingdom are made subject to our majesty immediately upon entry for all time. Therefore, edict, thou art subject, blah 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 blah. Subject blah 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 blah. Thou art summoned here to account for thy purpose. Therefore we demand, what is thine answer? My purpose? You want me to explain why I exist? I'm a Clockwork King. I'm merely here and is innocent traveller. I'm gonna be honest. I'm an apostatic union agent hunting a dangerous outlaw. Pondering. Axiom. Our Majesty does not recognize the entity known as the apostatic union. Therefore, edict, all union agents must first account for past grievances. Thus, blah 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 blah. Again, the inscrutable symbols fill the page, continuing for a minute. Therefore, we demand, what is thine answer? Well, gobbledygook and flibber-to-gibbet to you too. Oh, most wise Clockwork King, might you speak the tongue of common folk? Alas, cannot summon lexicon, common folk, no alternate exegesis espied. Therefore, we once again demand, what is thine answer? Your question has no answer? Yeah, your question has no answer. Pondering, judgment, subject, blah blah blah, thine answer is invalid. Therefore, edict, thou art selected for the sacramental duty. All prior purpose is hereby annulled and shall be as dust. What does that mean? The sacramental duty is as follows. Blah 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 blah. This time the nonsense continues for several minutes. Augury. Failure of these tasks may result in critical reality exception 76% confidence. Judgment. A critical reality exception may imperil this kingdom. Therefore, edict, dereliction of this duty will be punished by unmitigated annihilation. Alright, how can I obey if I can't understand you? Pondering. Judgment. Obedience does not require understanding. Therefore, edict, thou shalt perform the sacramental duty. Thine audience is concluded and thou art dismissed. Therefore, edict, vacate immediately this hallowed chamber and begin thy task on pain of annihilation. Alright, well, that was weird. Can I go up and see you? Talk to you? I can see up his nose. What? Oh, look at that. Oh, it's just like a face. I wonder where all the... It's actually like powering him. Oh, we're at the top of a tower, I think. Wow, very cool. Very cool, very nice. I speak to you from down here? Nope, I gotta go up here. Hello. Vacate immediately. Right, okay. Alright, I guess I don't really understand any of that. Let's go down, I guess. And continue exploring. Very, very long, tall elevator. I was expecting the Clockwork King to, you know, actually have a body, but it's just like a AI program. Hi, buddy. Oh, these must be badges, so you must be high ranking if you have that badge. Hello. I will not ask what passed between you. It is enough for me that the king's will is done. However, its majesty has given no further instructions regarding your presence. I trust you'll see yourself out. Wait, I need to tell you the king's message. Yeah. Sunil's nostrils flare. No, you do not. Its majesty is quite capable of appraising me of its concerns directly, and my staff will review the logs of your audience. Begone, I will not ask you again. But the king chose me for the sacramental duty. It said there will be a critical reality. Sunil waves his hand and a cipher sigil shines in the air. You suddenly find you cannot move or speak. Enough. Hear me, traveller. Its majesty edicts are complex and easily misunderstood by one such as you. Any task of true import will be noted and addressed. You are finished here. Alright. Where am I exactly? What's up here? Anything interesting? Can I take this stuff? Thank you. Oh, a book. How many pages? Oh my god, I've done so much reading today. Talking to all the different characters. I need to turn the aircon up a bit too, or down a bit. It's kind of a bit hot in here. Okay. I suppose let's read that book. Introduction to Sixfold Cipher by A. Zhang and P. Kabliska. Volume 1, The Basics of Sixfold. Let's get a drink of water before we start reading this. Okay. Biana Costanza, the inventor of Sixfold Cipher, was so overcome by its terrible beauty that she jumped to her death from the edge of Bione's main island in the 173rd year Antarex. 173rd year Antirex. Okay. Acheron Twisp, the Lundalese, Acheron Twisp, the Lundalese scholar who first translated and assembled Costanza's work for modern eyes, likewise died by his own hand in Century O, Year 8. Now it is our turn to study Sixfold Cipher. This book shall furnish you with all you need to follow in the footsteps of these illustrious forebears. The authors hope that it might also aid you in diverging from their path where you consider it prudent. If you too should perish by your own hand after reading this book, we pray you dispatch a letter of complaint or perhaps make a personal visit to our beloved publisher, Dr. Eckbert Proust, whose address is given in the front matter of this volume, and who, we have no doubt, will be more than happy to make due recompense. Now, without further ado, our lesson begins. Our ancestors believed in a harmonious cosmos, where all things danced in unison to the music of the spheres. Current scholarship suggests that this music is more like the cacophony of a million howling dogs. I'm just gonna completely turn off the effects, because it's annoying me a whole lot. Alright. We'll read in silence. As you know, the true structure of cipher language is an incomprehensibly intricate and perhaps infinite set of relations between ontologically unstable entities known as glyphs. For mortal beings, exposure to this cosmic bedlam may cause lethargy or headaches at best, and seizures, brain hemorrhages, dematerialization, or malign apotheosis at worst. Since most mortal scholars prefer to avoid this, it is usually necessary to translate cipher glyphs and their relationships to each other into a clearer and less volatile scheme known as cipher transposition, which ignores almost all relationships between glyphs in order to focus on just a few. You may already be familiar with common transpositions such as magic circles, mandals, hermetic sigils, and the metachromatic scale. However, the intricacy and relative inflexibility these structures presents a higher barrier to using them in mechanical devices. Costanza's breakthrough was to further translate existing man, this is really boring. This is just a whole bunch of big words. Translate transpositions into a bridge yet adaptable dialect. Solution was to distill Bionian standard glyph alphabet into just 6 symbols that could be used to invoke components of standard transposition, invoke true language. Many scholars scoffed at Costanza's hope of making cipher magic safe enough for layfolk to study almost all. Without human caster. Print 6 letters of Fiona Costanza here would risk producing a magic book rather than a mere book of magic. Yet by virtue of the mystical arithmetics that connects these letters... transposition, they are largely equivalent in operation to the common numerals 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which we shall henceforth use as shorthand. Students may fill out coupon, study these letters. You will know you have succeeded when you start to perceive these letters everywhere, in the scrutiny of the clouds, in the frothing of your ale, in the laughter of your friends, in the whispering of the neuron star. I wonder if this is talking about hotkeys? 0 through the 5, are those hotkeys, I wonder? I don't know. Anyway, let's see what these characters have to say. Machinist chumps, you disturb them? Ah! Sorry to startle you, everything alright? I thought you were one of the cometologists. That bastard's been stalking me all day, trying to hurry my work. I'm working as fast as I can. What's the delay? I'm a summoner. We maintain the cipher spells that transport goods throughout the kingdom, from farm to stockpile to summoning station, or back again. How do I use a summoning station? It's quite simple. Simply approach the machine, visualize what you want, and press use. If you don't receive the right thing, you probably didn't visualize it correctly. Any further queries? That sounds very complicated. These spells are invoked thousands of times per day. One small mistake in this room will ripple across the kingdom. Now do you see why it can't be rushed? Alright, maybe you shouldn't have that power? They shrug. I leave that to the philosophers. We're busy changing the world. Any further queries? No thanks. If anyone asks about me, tell them I'm with the King's Speaker in a private meeting. Now let's turn the text volume back up a little bit. Hello there. Can't you see I'm busy? Sunil wants this next petition locked down by the next Starbright, so we can check it over first. How's it going? Oh, I'm perfectly on schedule, but we're still waiting on the bloody summoners. Less than a day to go before final commit, and they're not even in the rune lock. Amateurs. I'll leave you alone. There's one more person. Down around here. Oh wow, you're very tiny. You're a short guy. I'm an interpreter. We study this king's commands and proclamations to understand what its true wishes are. Do you need something? I have quite a lot of reading to get through. I actually had an audience with the king myself. Wait, that was you? They grab a parchment to take notes. What did its majesty say? Don't leave out any details. What may seem irrelevant to you is as gold to us. I don't think Sunil would want me to discuss it. Yeah. They look worried. Sunil? As in the King's Speaker? Of course, of course. I apologize. Forget I asked. Interesting, yeah. Don't want to get any bad negative consequences for speaking about it. Alrighty. Let's get out of here. Anything around here I can grab while I'm here? Don't think so. Hey dude. I'm a commitologist. We draft the petitions the guild sends the king and make sure they're in the correct cipher language. What is a petition exactly? Requests for action. You know, production orders, rule changes, alteration requests. We can't tell its majesty what to do, but we can ask. Sometimes it listens. Now, may I please get back to work? What happens if the language isn't correct? Oh, anything. The wrong verb here and we get a skating rink instead of a farm. A misplaced comma there and the wrong house vanishes. More importantly, I could lose out on guild commendations for this year. How do you ever consult with the people your petitions affect? Oh, do you ever consult with petitions? They give you a queer look. I'm no good at talking to layfolk. Besides, individual testimony is invariably clouded by partiality or bias. Most people can't see the big picture like we can. Now, may I please go back to work? Alright, best of luck. Thanks. Hello. Don't talk to me. I'm in hell. Without a doubt, this is hell. Anything I can do to help? I don't know. Can you reconjugate a 274 line cipher charm for a low contagion rune set while maintaining echo consonants with a legacy canon written by a lazy moron who never took notes? Yes, I can. Oh, go and boil your head. Alright, where are we now? I think we're up a few layers. I have no idea where we are. Where's the entrance? Maybe run and jump over here? There we go. Oh yeah, this is up quite high, isn't it? Let's go back to where we were. Out of nowhere, you get the random urge to check your pocket. Inside, you find a scrap of paper that you've never seen before. The enigmatic note reads, "We must speak, but hostile eyes are watching. Meet me after nightfall in the park, in Upper Ferropolis. I'll be waiting under the gazebo. Come alone, trust no one, a friend." What? Where did that come from? Oh well. I guess I'll do that when it gets a bit darker. Now, let's go back here and see what we missed out on. Oh yeah, those guys are gone now. I'll grab those monies and watch it up here. Hello? Any interesting stuff? Oh, hello. A glass bottle flies past your ear and smashes against the doorframe. Its thrower is a middle-aged man, clearly very drunk. "Who da?" he hiccups. "Fuck are you?" Get out, man, get out home. Get out of my home. Oleg Igorovich, I presume? Oh, this is the guy from the notice board. Who's asking? I saw your missing persons notice. I'm here to help. I'm an adventurer. Maybe I can find your child. You're a fucking look, excuse me, an adventurer? What the hell does that mean? Oh, you're gonna slash me with your sword? He makes wild swinging motions with his hands. If you want anything useful out of him, you'll need to sober him up. Give him a slap. Potion of stamina? The man shrugs and drinks it. His eyes widen and his hands begin to shake. Then he dunks a pitcher of water over his own head. Oleg glares at you. Is this your idea of helping me? You have wasted your time. My child is gone, and I am still here. That's all there is. Case closed. End of message. What do you mean gone? I have no child. Once, yes? Galette Mishkin and Indira Mishkin. Died young. Buried them myself. Ancient history. You can see I live alone here. But last month I found something. A locket. In among junk at the back of that cabinet I never opened. Says, to my father. I don't recognize it, yet someone I know I have seen it before. Yet somehow I know I have seen it before. I've thought about it, and there's only one answer. The locket is mine. I did have another child, one that I somehow forgotten. So now you've heard the whole sorry tale. Isn't it pathetic? A grown man weeping over a fantasy. I don't care if you believe me. Just leave me to drown in peace. How can you be sure it's really your locket? Is it possible to forget your own child? Can you tell me anything at all about the child? Nothing. You see my problem? There are no clues. The pain is so much worse now that I know, and yet I have no way to end it. I thought perhaps if I drink enough, I will forget all over again. No such luck. So now you see, the case is hopeless, and the one person who could help would never talk to me. As I said, you are wasting your time. What if I could talk to this person for you? Oleg examines you, weighing his options. Well, if it will make you leave me in peace. To the west of the city is a place called the Library of Untruths. No signs point to it, and no official map marks it, but it's there. Take my locket, and show it to the librarian, and perhaps, maybe, she will help. Listen, I am not sentimental. I know my child may be dead, or worse. All I want is to know their name and their fate. At least then I know who to mourn for. Alright, I'll see what I can do, Mr. Mishkin. Oleg grunts. Next time I won't miss. Oh, come on, dude. I'm trying to help ya. Let's see if he's got any stuff upstairs. Hello. Oh, are you the children? Who are you guys? Or do you just live in the same house? Hello. These two citizens are poring over piles of paper. Wait, so I am meant to fill out this part or not? Do you count as a dependent? What the hell is a domicile? Why do we have to claim our reimbursement? Why don't they just give us what we're entitled to? Ugh, and to think I learned to read for this. Hello. These two citizens. No, I think that part's only... Oh, fucking hell. No, I think that part's only for if you've been evacuated. Wait, but it says we should already have a case number. Bureaucracy. Paperwork. All that lovely stuff that adults have to deal with. Ooh, what's in here? Some little goodies? Oh, come on, bruh. Are you kidding me? What are the odds getting 2 1s in a row? What we got with some coins and a potion. Alright, back down we go. And I need another drink of water. My goodness. My mouth is really, really dry today. Don't know what it is. Not nice. Not nice at all. Alright, anything around here? Oh, there's another staircase up to here. What do we have here? An old lady, it looks like, staring out the window. Hello, ma'am. This woman is knitting something long and cozy looking. You look like you've seen a ghost, dear. Anything you want to talk about? The king is forcing me to perform a task it won't explain. I'm being forced to hunt down a lunatic sky pirate. She looks genuinely concerned. King's Wheels, dear, that sounds horrific. Why don't you tell me about it? You spend a long while talking about your highly unusual troubles. You're not sure whether she believes you, but it helps. I should be going. Aw, it's a nice little moment. Be gentle with yourself, dear. No one can do everything at once. Oh, I can't talk about anything else? Oh well. Yippee! Alright. Hey dudes. I heard the sub 2 hides out in disused royal pipes. Down in the conduits. I'm usually too scared to go down there though. Hello. This citizen steadfastly avoids looking at you as they wait at the summoning station. I ain't summoning now, not for you, so don't even bother. Why would I want you to summon for me? She squints at you. You daft? Always some asshole hanging around the stations, offering coins or food to use your daily summon. Well, I don't give a runny shite. I need onions, and I'm damn well getting onions. I want to ask you some questions. I ain't answering your questions neither, so piss off. Alright, good day to you, sir. Look at that. Oh, we came in from... Whereabouts did we come in from? Back that way. Is that T-shape on the map? Yeah. The T-shaped waterfall thing. We came in at the top there. Yes. Those are the farmlands. There's a few houses scattered about. Okay. Let's head on back up. I wonder if we should head back to the Hallowshire. And just get ourselves some more, whatchamacallit? Charming skill? It's a quarter down. Why not? It doesn't take very long, really. May as well go to sleep at the Erudite Academy too. Actually, if it comes nighttime, then we can have a look at what's going on in the Royal Garden. Try and figure out who gave us that mysterious note. They're a friend, apparently, but who knows? We may be being lulled into a trap. Hello. Alright. Let's go to Erudite first. La-di-da-di-da. And let's go sleepy time. Just to this. And now we'll go grab ourselves some more Charmy Charm. Hello Town. Zoom. Like a race car. Zoom, zoom, zoom. Oh, god damn it. Okay. Hello, hello, hello. Grab that. Very good. Oh my goodness. I think there is fall damage. I'm pretty sure I tested it. I went up pretty high and I did take quite a bit of damage. Alright, now let's go back to Clockwork Kingdom. And now let's explore the right side of the kingdom. So I kind of went down the left side there. And we'll have a look at the right side. And then I'm not sure whether we'll go down first, down into the lower city, or we'll go up into the upper city. I don't know. We shall see, I suppose. Dot-de-dot-de-dot-de-dee. I wonder if you can walk in some of these pipes, like inside of them. That'd be interesting. Okay, let's go up this way now. Yeah, this looks like it just goes to the upper city now. What's this place here? Locked. Very good. What do we have? Money! 11 coins. Nothing really that great. What have we got here? Some sort of place. Hello, hello, hello. Oh, these are the, what do you call them? Visions? Bottled visions? Hello. Shopkeeper has his nose buried in a giant ledger. King's blessing, citizen. I'll be with you in a... He glances up and does a double take. In a tick. God's teeth, a new customer. Shopkeeper seizes your hand and shakes it vigorously. Welcome, welcome, dear citizen. I am Vidal, the foremost fully licensed vision trader in Ferropolis, and dare I say, the Clockwork Kingdom. Vision trader? Exactly so, good citizen. The kingdom's premier export, famed across the sky realms. Please forgive me for not standing up. These legs haven't been the same since the God War. So, what's your fancy? A dream of flying lightness? Oh, a dream of flying? Lightness and freedom on the wing? A reverie of the vanished past? Or, for the daring soul, a nightmare so chilling your waking life will seem like bliss? Let's have a look at what he's selling. Oh, it's not too expensive, really. I wonder if I should buy them. Passionate bottle vision. Lurid fantasies, a subject of feverish. This one is by B. Morozov. Oh, I think I've seen that one. I think I've already seen that one. This one is by Karl von Pripp and contains scenes of mild anxiety and spiders. This one is by Horace Metcalf and contains scenes of moderate peril and frequent daredevilry. I might buy him. I mean, I could probably find him out in the wild as well, but I don't know, why not? Only 8 gold. Get these two, don't need that one. Looking for information. How intriguing, perhaps I can help. I am looking for a Darkstar mercenary. Seen one? A mercenary? King's Grace, no. There was a fellow named Caxton Frost who ran off to join some band of sky pirates. That was the Darkstars, I think. However, he met sticky end when his leader made him walk the plank. Vidal's expression brightens as he apprehends a sales opportunity. Of course, if you're interested in sky battles and such alike, we have plenty in stock. It's quite a common fantasy. Let's see, palanquins, penis thieves, pirates. Would you like to be one, fight one, romance one, be menaced by one, be menaced and romanced by one, attend university with one, play chess with one, inexplicably find yourself naked with one, or something else? Who wants to play chess with one? Romancing a pirate sounds interesting. Then you'll be pleased to know that we just got the latest Metcalf in. They're very popular. If you'd waited another day to ask me, they'd already be sold out. Alright, I'm looking for a real person, not some fantasy. Oh, Metcalf's visions are as real as it gets. The atmosphere, the details, just exquisite. A lot of customers think he must have really been a buccaneer. Vidal leans in conspiratorially. But would you like to know his secret? I've met the man, and I can categorically tell you, Horace Metcalf is an ordinary human being like the rest of us. Just goes to show there's no limit on daydreams, eh? How very interesting. I'd love to meet him. Yeah. I'm afraid I'm not at liberty to divulge his address. Bottled visions can stir up powerful emotions, you understand. Some people get a little fixated on one supplier or another. Best for everyone that dreams stay dreams. All I will say is that he lives outside the city, so it's far too dangerous for you to go searching for him. Oh, I don't think so. Any more questions? Alright, goodbye. What else can I do for you? No, thanks, goodbye. Oh, what did he say? I missed that. I thought that was default dialogue. He was like, oh no, wait, there's something I want to tell you. Nadja is a regular, one of my best customers. She usually comes every week, but lately I haven't seen her at all. She lives in that big tenement near the park. Do you think you could check up on her? I'd visit her myself, but her room is right at the top of the building, and with my legs I wouldn't even get past the second staircase. What's in it for me? I'll see what I can do. I'm a kind guy. Alright, what's back here? Oh, this is a smoking room. This is a perfect place to use those potions. Or whatever they are. I guess if you smoke them, they're not really potions, are they? Okay. Okay, this is a single vivid dream. Peril and devilry, anxiety and spiders. Let's have a look-see what this does to us. Within a few minutes of emptying the bottle, you fall into a deep yet restless sleep. Your pet hunting spider has stolen your mustache. She looks ridiculous, but she's far too agile to catch, and crosses her pedipalps at even the most succulent bribe. Everyone keeps tittering at your naked upper lip. When you appeal to the Clockwork King, it just sighs. She never listens to me either. You wake up oddly interested in getting a pet hunting spider. Huh. I wonder if that affects me in any way. Gives me any bonuses. I'm not sure. Maybe, maybe not. Who's to say? Let's have another one. Actually, let's just see. So these ones are all yellow. Let's see if any of the other ones go yellow after our second smoking thing. Smoking apparatus. Thrilling bottled vision. Alrighty. Let's see what we get from this one. Within a few minutes of emptying the bottle, you fall into deep restless sleep. Your rival's cutlass swishes and clangs as he pushes you back along the yardam with deft strokes. Smoke from the burning sails stings your eyes. Last chance, dog, he snarls. Apologize for crashing my wedding. It seems like only yesterday you were playing cards together in the quiet all-up deck, nestled among coiled ropes as thick as your thigh under the pale phosphorescence of the ship's gargantuan hull-mending slime mold. Back in the present, the slime mold sings as it dies. Your ship lists heavily to port, and your rival loses his footing, but on a split-second impulse you lunge down and seize his hand. He dangles, staring up into your eyes with a mixture of fury and something else. You wake up with nerves aflutter, eager to dream again. Ah. Any of our things? No, okay. I think it's just a nice little funny thing you can do. Drink those things. I don't think there's any actual effects in-game. Alrighty. Let's get out of here and continue. Okay, so that's the Clockwork King's place. And here is the upper town, I suppose. Here's another one of these summoning stations. Hello there. Our sovereign is not pleased with us, friend. Signs are everywhere if you know where to look. Only be redoubling our efforts and rooting out the disloyal among us. May we win back its majesty's trust. Let me read that again. Only by redoubling our efforts and rooting out the disloyal among us may we win back its majesty's trust. Long live the king. How should we be going? Alright. Yep, I suppose let's go into this building here. See if we can find that lady. Let's just smash this door down. Oh, really? Luckily we have good lockpicking. My goodness, what a dump. Is there at least some stuff I can steal? Oh, what's this? Ooh. There's a law skill thingy. Does that mean this is open? Are there any other law skill things? That's the first time I've actually been able to use it in a long time. Alright. Ooh, yummy. Fine ore. Very good. Very good indeed. Alright. Let's see if there's anything on these battlements. I don't think so. No, this is where I was before. I think. Or was I down there on that one? I think I was on this one. Yeah, I think so. Let's go back up here. Alright, nothing in that building. What about in this building here? Up and away. Ooh. See a little thingy I can break. Ching! Throwing knife. Alright, I'll take it. And what is in here? Are you the lady I'm looking for? Hello. They eye you up and down suspiciously. Ain't seen you around here before. Not a resident, I'll warrant. Actually, I just moved in. They appraise you cautiously. Right, welcome to the icebox then. My condolences. Name's Core. Cow. Core? Let's just say Core. I solve problems around here and I look after folk. Guess that includes you. Let's see, boilers are busted right now. Mabe in number 4's got extra blankets if you need them. You get hold of anything to burn, you share it around, and we'll do the same for you. Folks here look after each other. Last thing, we don't want any problems in this building. Things are hard enough without the King's wrath coming down on us. You get involved with anything funny, you keep it to yourself. These are good people, you understand? They don't deserve no trouble. Don't make none, and we'll get on just fine. Alright. Now, what time are we at? 1 hour 20, my goodness. Doopy doopy doo. King's favour to you. Any advice for a new neighbour? Let's see, boilers are busted right now. Oh, I already got that all. How's everyone doing here? Can't complain, but I'm worried about Josip in number 28. Cold's bad enough in the main building, let alone in the floaters. You come across any spare fuel, you just let me know. Hey, don't you notice something weird about this building? Weird? Like what? Like newcomers asking funny questions? The room numbers go up to 28. There's only 5 rooms. They pause to digest this. It's clear they haven't thought about it before. Huh. Now that you mention it, that is weird. They shrug. Probably just another little royal whoopsie. Assigning room numbers that don't make sense. Typical. You want something more from me? Is there a Nadja in this building? Yasmeen's kid, right? Number 21, top of the building. Keep climbing stairs until they run out. Don't you be causing her any grief now. That family's had more than their fair share as it is. You want something more from me? Who put you in charge here? I don't see a machinist brooch. Core snorts. I'm just an ordinary resident like anyone else. A little thing called being a good neighbor. You might try it sometime. You want something more from me? No, I think that's all. See you later. Cool. Let's go through here first. Oh wow, this place is a dump. Hello guys. That bed looks very uncomfortable. That's just metal with a bit of cloth in it. My goodness. And that's not a particularly great view. I mean, it's a good view through the boards, but like, you know, I wouldn't like to be looking through boards to be accessing a view, I suppose. I'd rather have a window. Hey guys. It's an awful shame about poor Nadja. My heart breaks for her mother. I hope she gets through it. We're all rooting for her. What's wrong with her? Oh, I'm sorry. Are you a friend? Nadja's very sick. Can't get out of bed. If you drop by to wish her well, I'm sure her mother would appreciate it. Hello there. This resident's accent is rather well healed compared to their neighbors. Perhaps you've already met the redoubtable Citizen Core? They get a little fierce sometimes, but don't take it personally. They're just trying to do the right thing. Alright. Upstairs we go. Let's go see Nadja. See if she's alright. Hello there. When Uncle Josip's room split off the building, we got no warning. None whatsoever. Now I have to winch up supplies to him in a bucket. You wouldn't believe the bribes you have to pay for a ladder around here. Alright. Alright, just this way. Where is this guy? Oh yeah, look at that. It's crazy. Floating houses and all that. Alright, let's go in here now. Hello there. The boiler's a death trap, but will they let my son look at it? No, that'd be tampering with royal property, and 3 days in the stocks. Only a bona fide machinist with a work order from the king is authorized to fix it. But how do you get one of those? That's right, another bloody petition. We'll all be frozen solid by the time they get to us. Oh dear, not very good, is it? At least you got a nice bathtub. And a bucket of vomit. Hello there, window person. Mind the lady in number 12. Wait, mind the lady in number 12 snores like a sky barge engine. I should know, I fix him. Alright. Alright, let's go up to the floating rooms. Grab some coinage. Hello. This looks like this might be Nadja. Are you the mother? Hello. This middle-aged woman looks worn down to the bone, with bags under her eyes and deep worry lines in her forehead. Her jet black hair is unkempt, but held in a place by a long, ornamented pin of surprising finery. Oh, hello. Are you one of Nadja's pals? I'm afraid she's not seeing anyone right now. Is she alright? She looks like she's out for the count. Not exactly. Vidal asked me to check in on her. A cloud crosses her face. Vidal? The vision trader? Of all the nerve! The woman closes her eyes and takes a deep breath. I apologize, stranger. You're not seeing me at my best right now. I'm Nadja's mother, Yasmeen. This last month I've been her full-time carer as well. It's those bottled visions, you see. What happened to her? Our family has had a rough few years, and there wasn't much joy in our lives. So when Nadja first started getting into visions, I was happy for her. Then she began spending all her free time dreaming. Soon she was just sleeping until noon, missing work. Now she barely wakes up at all, and she's never lucid when she does. She can't work, can't even feed herself, but she does need food and fuel to keep warm. With all these summoning glitches, I have to pay cash on the black market, and we're down to the last dregs of our savings. Yasmeen shrugs despairingly. I just don't know how we can survive like this for much longer. Pardon my ignorance, but what are bottled visions? You mentioned your family has had a rough time lately. Is there any kind of treatment? Yasmeen throws her hands up in frustration. I don't know. I'm not an alchemist or any kind of vision expert. We petitioned the king for a doctor to visit, but with the way things are, it'll be months before we hear back. Mention your family has had rough times lately? A few years ago, my husband passed away, and I got very sick. The creeping cough, you know. Even today, I can't really work because of all the spores in my lungs. Then, last year, we had to leave our house in the countryside due to the corruption. As far as I know, it's still out there, slowly sinking back in the mud. This room and its contents are all we have left. I don't mean to moan, truly. There's so many in this kingdom who have it worse than us. I just know it was tough on Nadja, that's all. Maybe Vidal would know where to find a doctor? A tentative hope is kindled in her eyes. Oh, do you think? I doubt I could face him myself without knocking his lights out and trashing his shop, but if you could ask him on my behalf... Vidal must have seen cases like Nadja before. If there's any way to help her, he's surely to know. She arches her eyebrows, and if he refuses, you tell him he'll answer to me. Yasmeen makes her best attempt at a smile. Was there anything else you wanted? How are you doing, Yasmeen? I mean you, not Nadja. She thinks for a long time before responding. When she does, her words are eerily calm. Sometimes I just want to scream. Scream and scream and scream and scream. And keep screaming until I ruin my throat and can't make any noise at all. And do you know something? I don't think anything would happen. Nobody would respond. We're all so trained to stay in our little circles of candlelight, to never really think about what's happening all around us. Because if you think about it, then it becomes real for you too, and not just for some other poor bastard you don't know. Maybe I'd be the same, if not for what's happened to Nadja. Yasmeen makes her best attempt at a smile. Was there anything else you wanted? That's all for now. Good luck to both of you. Alright, so I can't speak to her? This young woman lies tucked in bed, with that childlike and unself-conscious peace that blesses all sound sleepers. Her face is creased in an expression of unease, as if grappling with some private impasse. Someone has brushed her hair back neatly over her head, so it doesn't get in her eyes. Very nice. Alright. I wonder if we can go over to that house. There's probably no way to actually go inside it. Still interesting though. Okay. Let's head on back down. How much of a injury would we get from this? Not at all. Very good. Okay. Oh, let's go back to the vision shop and ask, what's his name? Vidal. About any doctors. Oh, this is the vision shop. There's some other place. Oh, it's down here. There we go. Oh, Vidal. Your customer is very sick. You don't want him to stay sick, do you? Welcome back, good citizen. What's your fantasy today? I'm here on behalf of a customer called Nadja. Nadja? Why yes, she's a regular of mine. One of my best customers, actually. But I haven't seen her in weeks. Is anything the matter? It's not good, I'm afraid. She's very sick. Vidal's face falls into an expression of horror as you explain the situation. Oh. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. I've, read about this happening, of course. I've just nobody I know. Look, I don't know anything about this. I'm just a shopkeeper, you understand? You're well connected in the vision trade. You must know someone who can help. He seems to take strength from your words. Yes, you're right. Nadja is my customer, and I have a responsibility to her. King knows I never wanted to do her any harm. Dr. Pripp, that's the man you want. He's a medical genius, and quite a canny businessman. He invented much of the technology that sustains our trade. I know he's been studying dream sickness very closely. Pripp runs the Royal Vision Works out in Cloudpine Oblast. It's in far northeast of the kingdom, on its own little island, out beyond the mountains. I'm sure he'll have some treatment or elixir for poor Nadja. Vidal sighs, sounding rather less chirpy than usual. Well, what else can I do for you today? Nothing else. Goodbye. No? Goodbye. Okie dokie. Let's keep exploring up the top here. Anything more this way? Oh, hello there, sir. Oh, miss. Hello there. If you're having trouble with the king, talk to Reza. They really helped me out when the guild kept insisting I should be able to grow 2 acres of potatoes in my bathtub. Okay, what guild are we talking about exactly? How did Reza help you? They showed me how to file a petition that would pause any good targets laid on my property. Turns out you have to file it under safety, not targets. All the target petitions go into one big pile that never gets read. Huh. Where can I find them? Oh, they're down in the conduit somewhere. Look for a market trader in brightly coloured clothing. Just mind yourself. It's a weird place. Thanks. Alrighty. We've got one more building here, it looks like. And it's locked, but it has a chest in there. Come on, come on. Very good, very good. Alright, what's in the chesty chest? Something good? Fine ore. I'd say that's pretty good. Anything along the battlements here? Maybe all the way down at the end? Have we been up in there? I think we have we? I think so. There's a door there. Yeah, we must have done. Oh, look at that. A stamina potion. Not the greatest reward for going all that way, but it's better than anything. It's better than nothing, I guess. Oh my goodness, almost fell down. Run, run. Oop. Can I not go up here? Oop, I can if I just spam click. Like climbing in Skyrim. There we go. Okay, that's this section done. Now let's go over down here. I think this is the park that I'm supposed to meet someone at night time. Let's just go down and see. Where does this go to? Oh, interesting. Those must go down into the conduits or the catacombs. What is this pipe? No, nothing. Here's a skyship place. Interesting. Can I buy one from here? Hello there. Welcome to the air dock. How can I get my own starship? Stairship? What am I saying? Skyship? Riova. Alright, goodbye. Airship, my goodness. Yeah, I think we gotta... Let's have a look at our quests. I think we have quite a few new ones now. Divine Captive, no. We don't need roads. Clockwork Kingdom, Endless Realm. Yeah, okay. Safe Passage. Oh, this is for the Royal Factor. Missing Person. This is for Oleg. Okay. Madness of the King. Ordered you to do Sacramental Duty, but its instructions made no sense. In the park, in the gazebo at night. Yeah, okay, so this is the right place. The Vision Trade, alright. Dr. Pripp at that place, okay. Very good. Let's go down and have a look-see at the conduits now. The lower levels. Yippee! We're going down to the lower class suburbs. The dodgy area, as it's made to seem. Let's make sure we loot it for all it has. Hello, hello, hello. Let's go... Yeah, let's go this way first. Anything in here? Oh, I can't open that. Must be a one-way door. Anything through here? Hello there. What's with all the buckets of water? This woman is guarding a bucket of water set down on the ground near the machinery. When she sees you, she tenses up. King's grace to you, citizen. Don't mind me. I have nothing worth stealing. What are you hiding here with a bucket of water? I'm not hiding. I'm warming it, aren't I? These pipes run right into the machinarium. And here, look. She grabs your hand and holds it against the metal pipe for a few seconds. It's hot. Wouldn't be right to refuse a gift from the king now, would it? I'm just making sure nothing is wasted. Alright, just heating up water. That's pretty wise. Hopefully it's warm enough to boil the water so then it's safe to drink. Now let's progress down here. Hello there. Weapon? Weapon? Fuck a ye, you Greg wee scrote. Oil weapon. What is he talking about? Why are you shouting weapon? They squint at you, unsure of your intentions. Weapon? Weapon's my pet. So called cause he a pure spanner like. Weapon, come here you wee dobber. Where is weapon? Can I help him out? I don't think so. No, okay. Maybe we can find his little wee dobber, or whatever it is. Very good. Some money, and some arrows, okay. Like some lockpicks at some point, that would be nice. I'm just keeping on going left. Ooh, there's a big door with a big lock. What's in here? I feel like this leads somewhere secret. Inside the waterfall? Nothing? Really? Oh man, there's nothing over here? Oh well. Okay, let's try this big door. Door needs a key. Can we break the door? No, okay. Let's travel down this way. Oh, there we go. And here we have some markets. Wow. Look at all this lovely pixelated stuff. Looks delicious. Hello there. The conduits are beautiful in the rain, you know. All that water running down from the upper city, rivers and curtains of it, down the pipes and gutters and cascading off all the odd bits of machinery. Maybe you'll get to see it too, if spring ever returns. That's nice. This game does have really nice writing. Hello, hello. Far better writing than Skyrim, that's for sure. Ever tried to petition for a home in the upper city? Pointless. The king rejected me because my committee score was too low. What does that even mean? I swear, they just make up a number and pretend there's some wizardry behind it. Then if you ask how to increase it, they say it's too complicated to explain. Huh. Hello there. The trader looks nervous and keeps one protective hand on their store. King's blessing, citizen. Don't often see new faces down here, or have we met before? I have not much in stock right just now, but if you've got wee mouths to feed, maybe I can maybe I can set something aside next time I do. What can you tell me about this place? You mean the conduits? It's not posh and it's far from pretty, but it's warm and it's cheap and the militia don't bother us, so I suppose that makes it home. This wee bit here is what we call the bazaar. There's no summoning stations down here, and it's harder to invoke the king's magic. Some folks see that as a blessing, though. To the cogs, it seems to be out of sight, out of mind. How come you're down here and not up there? I used to have a SHOP, a shop, in the upper city until my license got revoked with no explanation. I meant to have broken a law, but Its Majesty didn't see fit to tell me which one. I petitioned 17 times for a new license. Every single petition got rejected, and the reasons never made any sense. Eventually, I gave up. Anyhow, it is what it is. Is what you're doing illegal or something? No one really knows. Some sales are technically allowed as long as you follow certain rules, but they won't tell you the rules, and anyway, it's always changing. Other stuff is technically banned, except for special cases, only it seems like everything is a special case, because no one ever gets punished. When the machinists do arrest someone, they don't explain why. We just have to guess what they did wrong, and try not to do the same thing. Anyhow, it is what it is. Why do you keep spelling out words? A lot of folk think you can escape the king's notice by avoiding certain words like buy or cost. No idea if it works, but it can't hurt. So I don't sell anything, I unpossess it. Don't get it twisted, mind. The machinists ain't against commerce or making money. You've seen all those fancy shops up top, eh? They just hate anything they can't track and measure. That's how they stay in control. Anyhow, it is what it is. Alright, I'll see you later then. Apparently there's supposed to be a guy in colourful clothing down here. Haven't seen anyone. What was the colourful clothing guy even meant to be? I don't know. Anyway, hello. What's that now, my dear? Let me find my looking glass. Why is your face so small? She fishes amongst her charms dangling at her neck and produces a large glass lens, which has the disconcerting effect of magnifying her eye to enormous size. Much better, yes. You see, my dear, I must read your lips, for my ears cannot hear your words. Her one giant pupil dances back and forth like a fish in a bowl as she examines you. You seek alchemical aid, do you not? Eye of worm and hair of slug and all that? I am Madame Lascaux, and in the roiling mists of your future I sense a most fruitful relationship for both of us. My dear, alas, my dear, if only I could bottle a happier fate for you. Still, perhaps there's something I can do. Alright, let's see what you've been brewing. Ooh, special potions. Interesting. Shielding potion 0, stamina, elixir of luck, elixir of restoration, spellcast. La-di-da-di-da. Alright, is stuff legal? I notice you're not in the upper city. Must an art older than any kingdom answer to the transient diktats of mortals? Ah, who can say? But let us not talk of clauses and codicils, which do so befuddle my old mind. Think instead of your future and your heart. I sense a burning thirst for what I can supply, and a great fear of chains and fetters. I also sense a complicated relationship with our dearest king. Fell, oh, most fell are the omens for you, should you try to play the goody two-shoes. Now, my dear, what would you ask of me? Nothing. Goodbye. Ah, farewell, and adieu to you, fair Sleven ladies. Farewell, and adieu to you, ladies of Slev. Am I a lady? I'm not a lady, am I? Did I select a gender at the start of the game? I can't remember. Hello there. You see an old beggar wrapped in rags against the cold. Pal? Excuse me, pal. Do you know where my house is? Did you just ask me where your house is? The beggar looks confused, like they didn't expect you to actually stop. Oh, I did. I'm so sorry to bother a fine citizen such as yourself, only I can't seem to find it anywhere. Don't you know where your own house is? They look abashed. King's truth, pal, I've no clue. I know I had one somewhere in the upper city, I just can't seem to recall any of the details. How do you know you had one, then? The beggar delves into the rags around their neck and produces an ornate key on a string, holding it up in their blackened fingernails like a talisman. Because I've got this! Where'd you get that key from? It's mine, I swear by the king. I've always had it in my pocket. And I remember my first night on the streets. It was like a nightmare. I knew I'd had a house only the night before. I didn't know shite about sleeping rough. I kept thinking, tomorrow I'll surely find it. Tomorrow this will be over. Well, that was 2 years ago. The beggar clings to the key like a childhood doll. Gotta be around here somewhere. Could you just try it on some doors? Oh, I tried plenty. Turns out nobody likes you doing that without asking first. And if you do ask first, then nobody lets you. They all just thought I was mad. Now that the militia know my face, so it's tough for me to leave the conduits. At least it's warmer down here, where the steam pipes are. The beggar clings to the key like a childhood doll. Gotta be around here somewhere. I must go, but I can give you some coin. Oh no, don't bother yourself. All I need is to find my house, and I'll be grand. Get my old job back. Get back on my feet. Oh, I'll be generous. I'll give him 20 coins. Wait, but their eyes well up, torn between shame and gratitude. Thank you, pal. I promise when I find my house, I'll repay you double, triple. I'll give you a bed whenever you need it. Pour you a dram anytime. Alright. Hopefully he finds his house. But I'm guessing he probably won't. Ooh. Ooh, I can sneak through there. Interesting. Okay, this is the entrance. Let's see where this goes. Ooh, interesting. Let's go anywhere else? No? Just to a mana potion. Oh well. One thing about this game, that it's a very gamey thing, where it's like, oh, I can't find my house. It's nowhere to be found. And there's like, you know, there's not really that many houses and there's all these people here. Like, you kind of have to use your imagination a bit. Like, you kind of have to imagine it's a bustling city, even though it isn't really. What do they call it? Like, ludonarrative dissonance or something? In games? Where the actual game itself doesn't reflect what the story is, you know? The reality of the game doesn't match the reality of the story, or the lore, or whatever. Anyway. I think we've explored just about everything here. And it's 1 hour 48. It's 11:43 on the clock. So it's getting kind of late. Is there anything else? Just double check everything. I don't think so. I'll probably head on back to the Erudite Academy. So then I can just have a little sleep. And then come back here at night time. I think that's the plan. Okay, let's just make a savey save. Alrighty, I think that will do it for now. Lots of reading this episode. Lots of reading. I guess that's what happens when you come upon a place for the first time. Because, you know, I really want to experience everything this game has. Really appreciate all the writing and stuff. Because it is very good writing. It's just a shame that I'm such a horrible reader. I do wonder if the font was, like, a lot simpler. Whether I'd find reading it a lot easier. What about in Wonder Stop? How was my reading in that game? I feel like it probably wasn't too much better. I think it must have been a little bit better. I don't know. Anyway, that's all for now. I am Flergo. This is Dread Delusion. And I hope to see you back here again soon. Bye. Bye bye. Goodbye. What is this? Episode 9. Episode 9. My goodness. Next episode will be episode 10. Wow. Big fancy number. Wow, wow, wow. Oh, and actually, I was mentioning last episode how, I was wondering how long this game is. And I think main story, I think it was like, if you just go through the main story or the main content, it's just like 17 hours, I think. But if you like, you know, do a bit more of a thorough playthrough, it's more like 35 to 40 hours, I think. So yeah. So what, we're probably about, I think we're at 18 hours going into this episode. So we're probably at 20 hours. I mean, also going by achievements, I've got 19 achievements out of 59, I think. Or is it 29 out of, or is it 49? 19 out of 49? I don't know. But I haven't got very many achievements, so I don't know. Maybe some of the achievements are like, you know, not just story-based, you actually got to do stuff, specific things. Yeah. Yeah, still a good bit of stuff to explore. I have a feeling this red, the red stuff is the border of the map. I feel like. Red stuff is the dead zones. Yeah, anyway. Let's end it there. Goodbye. Bye-bye. Bye.